What's up, YouTube? This is your man, Klever Exotics. What's up, YouTube? This is your man, Klever Exotics. And today we're actually going to be doing a rehoming video. We're going to go ahead and rehome these guys in the same exact tank. I was actually given these scorpions for free by a friend who could no longer care for them. There's 6 baby emperor scorpions in there. I actually have to go through here and dig them out. And we're actually going to go ahead and make it a bioactive terrarium. So we pretty much have everything we need here. A couple decorations. The isopods and some springtails. We got some golden pothos. We're gonna add a drainage layer and some jungle mix. But first, we're gonna have a little bit of fun because we do have to find these guys. These guys did make pretty awesome holes. I don't know how deep it goes, but yeah, we're gonna actually have to find these guys. There's a hole right there. I don't know if you guys can see. There's nothing in there that's visible. And there is the other hole, but we're gonna go ahead and try and dig for these guys, so just bear with me. Alright, so we're gonna try and find these guys. Got a little litter scooper right here. Well, you know, it's gonna help us do the job right now, but we're actually gonna go ahead and try and see what's in here today. So go ahead. Gonna go ahead and take this extra cocoa fiber and just put it right in here for now. Got a little bucket. I managed to find one so far, so keep on looking. They were all the way at the bottom, I'll tell you what. This is gonna be fun though. Look how tiny they are. There are 6 of them that were given to me for free, and I'm gonna give them a perfect bioactive setup until I can give them all individual homes. Alright, so I managed to keep on digging and I actually found a couple more right here. These guys are actually a little bit bigger. But try to be very gentle with them. I could just pick him up from his tail if need be. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump him right in here with the other one. There he goes. It's 2. There's another one in the corner right there. See if we can dig him out a little bit. There's actually one right here. Go ahead and just scoop them on up. Come on, little one. I'm trying to be gentle with you. There you go. You guys can see I did manage to collect all 6 emperor scorpions, and now we're gonna go ahead and start up with the setup video, so I'll get right back to you. Alright, so we pretty much got all of our guys out and cleaned up. I went ahead and washed the tank down. I just went ahead and rinsed it with some soapy water, and I thoroughly rinsed it out and tried to dry as much as I could out. You could just use your regular soapy warm water, or you don't have to use the soap, but I definitely went with the soap route because I had excess dirt actually stuck onto the glass from it being here for who knows how long. But like I said, this tank was given to me with the 6 scorpions, and we're gonna rehome them today with the vivarium setup. So let's get right into it. Alright, so we're gonna I'm gonna go ahead and start with a drainage layer. You guys really want this. What I'm using here is 3 gallons of 12 dry quartz. You guys can use anything, clay balls, hydro balls, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna go ahead and just add a drainage layer right here. Go ahead and pour the whole bag in there. And you just want to pretty much just pack it down. After you pack it down pretty well, you're gonna go ahead and take your screens. I already have 2 pre-cut screens, you know, the size of your 10-gallon tank, 20-gallon tank, whatever the case, whatever you're using, your Exoterra, Zoomed. You guys can just go ahead and add a second screen layer for protection, and that's pretty much it. After that, we're gonna mix a little bit of cocoa fiber that I do have left over from another setup. So we're gonna go ahead and just dump this right in there. If I can get it out. Whoa. You would put your charcoal there and springtails if you have some. I actually do have some. They're right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and save them for last. Put a little bit of this in here. Sure breaks up pretty well. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put some jungle mix here. What I have here is fir and sphagnum peat moss, which is great. It's just a regular jungle mix from Zilla. I'm gonna go ahead and pour the whole bag in here. Now you don't want to make it too deep because your scorpions are gonna eventually end up digging, and you want to be able to see them. But like I said, I have 6 communal scorpions. Just gonna go ahead and add a nice little layer here. As you guys can see, there's only about a couple inches, not even, of this on top. So go ahead and pack this down that way. Well, after I mix it, I should say, because I did forget that part. You want to mix the cocoa fiber. It's going to create little pockets in there for your critters. And pretty much everyone's going to be thriving in here. Your plants, your isopods, as well as the springtails. And of course, your scorpions too are going to be very happy, because these guys do require humidity. You don't want to overdo it, but you also want to make sure that you have enough humidity in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat this down. This Eco Earth smells really great. Go ahead and pack it down in the areas that you want. And we can go ahead and start adding our plants. So I do have golden pothos here. I already rinsed them. You want to make sure you rinse them thoroughly. You don't want any of the pesticides and extra stuff that they put on here to keep the bugs away at your local hardware store. You could go ahead and put this anywhere that you guys want. So we're actually going to make the front setup. Go ahead and put these pothos over here. Put one in the back corner. As you guys can see, I don't have that much dirt in here, but all you need is a little bit for your plants to thrive, because I really don't want these scorpions to burrow too deep. I just had a mission with them, so we're gonna go ahead and let this guy just right here. So this is gonna grow around. I'm gonna put this one probably dead smack center. Go ahead and dig your little hole right here, and go ahead and place your plant. Let me tuck in the roots in there a little bit. Now, this is golden pothos, like I said. It's gonna create a great environment for your soil critters, and it's also gonna keep it fresh in here as well for your other little guys. So these pothos is actually my first time using golden pothos. I usually just stick to bromeliads and other things like that, but pothos are actually great beginner plants as well. They provide pretty nice coverage, and you don't have to worry too much about it overgrowing. And if it does, you could just clip them. So So get a little bit of plants in here, the way you want to have it set up. That's pretty much it. You can go ahead and add your springtails in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw them in here. Go ahead and throw them in here. You guys can see all the springtails, they are jumping. Let's see if it'll zoom in. See them jumping everywhere? These guys are ready. I'm gonna go ahead and just dump some in there. And I'll go ahead and dump the rest over here. I'll get the rest of that out here shortly. So you want to make sure that you have carbon for your springtails. Your springtails are gonna love the carbon. I'm gonna go ahead and just cover that over it. That way they're already in there. We know that they're there and they're already at the bottom. So that's what's gonna control your mode. And then we're actually gonna go ahead and just dump the rest of these. We got live isopods lottery mix 20 count. We already used some of these. I don't know how many are left in here. Just gonna go ahead and dump it all in here. Got some leaf litter it comes with. Make sure you get it all. Alright, so you got a little bit of leaf litter. You don't have to use leaf litter. I'm actually going to add some sphagnum moss, so give me 1 second. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add the sphagnum moss like I said. But before we do that, just want you to see I did make a little bit of hole right there because I'm going to go ahead and place the water bowl there. It's actually going to be the front side of the view, so that way we can see them when they do come down under here. So if you guys can see, I'm going to go ahead and just place the water bowl over top of the little hole that I already started for them. That way they know that you know, it's a great visible spot for me to see them and they feel like they're actually being hidden. So go ahead and just, you know, firmly press that on there. You don't want them to dig under there and that to collapse. That would be the last thing you want for your poor little emperor scorpions, scorplings. So after you pretty much set that in, we are going to add some sphagnum moss towards the end, but let's go ahead and add some decorations. I'm going to use this skull here. Not really sure where I'm going to put it yet. Let's go ahead and just place it right back here in the center. That way if they do want to go in here as well, they probably dig under here. And that way it gives a little bit of support for this plant here. And we're also going to add this other decoration here. This is actually an aquarium decoration, but you're able to use it as well. It's no problem. And if anything, we could probably just place the plant inside of here and make it come out. That way it looks a little bit more realistic. So just going to have to make sure that you actually water this guy. And as you guys can see, there's now leaves coming out of this tree trunk. So makes it look a little bit more realistic. So we have your water bowl set up, you have your plants, you have your drainage layer, you have your soil with your mix. We're going to go ahead and add some sphagnum moss. I actually went ahead and soaked it a little bit. This is actually going to decompose over time and help your plants and your animals as well. So it's going to provide a little bit of foliage. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some and spread it out throughout the entire vivarium. You don't want to overdo it because these guys are going to end up digging anyways, and just want to make it cover the ground. You can use isopods. I would stick to the small version of the isopods because you don't want the big ones. Could possibly eat your scorpions when they're molting and that's such things in nature. But gotta be careful with the isopods. Make sure you get the either dwarf isopods or one of the small ones. So pretty much stick some sphagnum moss. I'm gonna actually go ahead and put some sphagnum moss in here as well. Just go ahead and place a little bit in there. That way we can keep it nice and at a good humidity. So I think that's pretty much it. All you gotta do is spray it down, clean up the plants and stuff with the spray bottle, and add a little bit of water and get our guys in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this down. So pretty much you can go anywhere and get this from the dollar store, or pretty much a local grocery store should have it. If they have, you know, every product in there, as well as groceries like a Walmart or whatever the case may be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray this down a little bit, get these plants cleaned off, and get some of this excess soil off my plants. So you don't have to worry too much about it. I'm actually soaking the floor as well while I'm doing this, so and you want to make sure that the floor is not soggy. You don't want it to be soggy. Your scorpions are not going to like that. But you also don't want this soil to be too dry because they need the humidity. You just don't want to overdo it. They don't want to be sitting there with their feet all wet all day. Let's see if we can let's go ahead and spray down the walls, getting a little bit cleaned. And next, we're just gonna go ahead and dump the remaining water into the water bowl. And I'm just gonna put the rest into the plants. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more water, but so once you get a little bit more water, you can go ahead and find the roots of your plants. And like I said, you don't want to overdo it. But you just want to make sure that your plants do get enough water. Like this one in here that I did put in there, it's going to be a little bit tricky to get, but I'm just going to go ahead and let the water flow down in there. Go ahead and just soak this guy that way. It's a tree stump. And that's pretty much it. It's time to add our scorpions here to the mix. We'll come over and get these scorpions. You can see there are 6 of them in here. They're ready. They're ready to go into their home. So let's just go ahead and release them and see what happens. You guys can see them. They're going everywhere. They're going crazy right now. So we do have 6 of them. There's a baby one. I mean, they're all babies. Some of them are growing more than others. This guy's already in the water. So we can get up close, down, personal. Eventually they are going to find that little hole that I was talking about if they already haven't. There's actually one in there right now. So, it's nice. Went ahead and turned on the flash so you guys can see them. This is pretty much how you make the vivariums. Very simple, quick, easy, and here's the final product. Like I said, I will be rehoming these guys. I don't want 6 of them in one tank. It's not very good, even though they are pretty communal. This guy's trying to climb.